Oh, I'm here tonight with my new friend, Sadie Smith. It's amazing that you've been around for 4 years and I talk to everybody, but this is the first time we've really actually talked. Kind of crazy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent tonight. Um,
Good.
I approached you at the last term of the Kemper tournament, which
Yep.
was a very good tournament, tough tournament. It's getting tougher every year.
Yeah.
But you got and then I saw you got your 100 wins. And so I've messaged you about that. We talked a little bit at the tournament. How did you get started wrestling?
It was mostly my main inspiration was my brothers. They've wrestled for a while. My oldest brother Jake, he's been wrestling almost his whole life, and it's kind of I'm the only girl in the family, so I want to fit in with my brothers, and they just kind of got me started. My dad wrestled in high school, but I think out of his whole high school career, he won like two matches versus the same guy. But it's been a thing in my family for a couple of years, so yeah.
Very nice. That's awesome. Um, you started, what year did you start?
I started my eighth grade year.
Yeah, and I think in previous conversation you said you tried a match or tried a tournament in sixth grade.
Yeah, I wrestled in sixth grade at a tournament and I kind of got my butt beat my last match and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is for me, but I decided to try it again in eighth grade. And I went to AAU state in eighth grade and I got podium, but I got eighth out of nine people and it's because I had to buy first round. So I don't know if I
Hey,
won a match there, but hey, it's fine.
those are things you don't have to tell people. You can
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
my first year at AAU State, I was on the podium. I got eighth.
yeah, I got eighth.
You got to learn how to leave things out. Don't give too many details. That's a good that's a good story to start with. Honestly, it is. Um, so again, you start in eighth grade. You're talking about not winning a match at AU State, getting beat in sixth grade, thinking maybe this isn't for me. How did you go from that to being 100 win high school win, having 100 wins plus now in high school, 25-3, ranked in the top 12 in the state of Iowa? How did you go from that? Because people, a lot of people see results and like, oh, I want to be like Sadie. And why can't I be like Sadie and stuff? And they don't know, they don't see the stuff behind that. What are some
Yeah.
of the things that you've done to improve since that eighth grade year to now?
Yeah, my eighth grade year was pretty rough. I think I was like 6 and 18, and I wrestled boys. I never won against a boy. But after my eighth grade year, I started going to some camps, just like working out, just having fun. I mean, I went to fun camps. Wrestling's should be fun. It's kind of hard, but it's
Yes.
fun. And my freshman year was a lot better for me. I had a decent record. It was the first year girls wrestling was sanctioned, so it was a lot nicer to be able to wrestle girls and girls that were good, but it challenged me. And so just ever since that, I just started going to more camps, putting more work in. I've lifted weights with Greg Kustrup in Carroll. He's really good. He gets me stronger. And I also go to club in Manning with Brad Kirkhoff at Ultimate Praxis. It's a really good program. I really like it there. So yeah,
Yeah, amazing. As that's another thing. I don't remember if I talked to you that day, but corn cob. Yeah, and you won the big corn cob. The corn cobs are
yeah,
back. And I'm
yeah,
sitting next to this guy, and I'm like, "Hey, what club is that?" Because the singlet's green, and it's
yeah,
a cool singlet. I'm not saying
yeah,
anything bad about it. I think it's a cool singlet. I was like, "What club is that?" And he's like, "Well, it's club out of Manning." I'm like, "Manning? There's no. I mean, Manning doesn't have wrestling. You know, the school
yeah,
doesn't. The
yeah,
girls go to Audubon, and the
yep.
boys. I mean, there's a youth club down there, but I didn't know that
Mhm.
there was a second club. How did you even hear about the club? Because I had no idea."
Yeah. Well, my uncle Tim, his son wrestles. Tucker, he's a little good little wrestler, and he's been going there for some time. So they kind of got me started on it. So
And
yeah,
you
and
got some
it's not
pretty good. Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
it's
No, you're
not too
fine.
far from home. So just
Yeah.
kind of figured it out about that too.
So you got some pretty good partners in that room, I believe, also.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
who are some of the partners you have at the club?
Elena Harbor from Audubon, she goes there quite a bit with me. I wrestled her a few times. She's a good wrestler. I wrestle Clayton Lapardis. He's a little freshman from Audubon. He's always fun to wrestle with too and scrap around with. So yeah, I wrestle with
Nice.
Brad sometimes too. He's my partner sometimes. So
Good. Yeah, no, that's really fantastic that they have a club down there, and it's something I'm going to definitely look more into it. And while we're talking about the club, they're going to host this tournament right after season, so even the
Mhm.
high school girls can go to that tournament and kind of
Yeah.
prep for the AAU state.
Yep.
So you went to AAU state your fresh or your first year, eighth grade. Have you
Yep.
been back?
I have not yet, but I'm planning on this year. So,
Is
well, I take that back. Last year I went with one of my practice partners, but
okay.
yeah.
So would it be a goal of yours to qualify for that Florida trip?
Yes, for sure. I think that would be so much fun.
And you know a guy, so
Yeah,
if
yeah,
something
exactly.
happens, we might have to look at that. So no, I'd be that'd be exciting to have you come
Yeah.
along. Um, Carol Kemper, it is kind of cool that the Catholic schools, which you would think, well, maybe the Catholic schools aren't so down for girls wrestling, but Davenport Assumption does a really good job. Carol Kemper does a really good job. What was the attitude like, and has it changed about girls wrestling?
Yeah, my eighth grade year, I would say that people really supported it. It definitely, I'm sure some people look down on it. You know, you're a girl wrestling a boy, and like you said, like we're at a Catholic school, but everybody there was for it. You know, they were just like excited. They're like, wow, like this can get things started better for other girls too. So, and I think it's still looked upon really good. So people think highly of it. So
That's awesome. And this year, Shane has kind of taken over the Was this his first year taking over both boys and girls?
yes, this was
That's what I
yep.
was thinking. And so
Mhm.
who else is in the room with you guys, and who goes along the coaches with you?
We have Coach Lauren Danner and Abby Wagner. They're really good coaches. This is Lauren's first year. She didn't know much about wrestling before this, but she's catching on pretty quick. And I know Abby, her brother wrestled for the longest time, and he's a really good wrestler too. And then we have Coach Gross and Coach Schmidt. They're pretty good for us too, so they always
Awesome.
help out. Mhm.
Having the female coaches in the room, even if they've not wrestled much themselves, but just having that female presence, what's is it nice to have that?
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. I mean, they always know like how we're feeling just by our looks. Like I'm sure like Vaughn obviously knows too, but not as much as the girls do. So
Yeah, I've been around the girls for a long time, so I can almost pick out the little
yeah,
things that I know when somebody's having a problem. But it's tough. It's a little different, definitely different.
yeah, yeah.
But do you guys practice separate from the boys, or you practice same time?
We have the same time practice, but usually we do different things. Like sometimes we'll have our day before meet practice, and they'll be working on technique, or it'll just be different sometimes depending on what day it is. So yeah.
Gotcha. Do you like having kind of a blended? I mean, obviously you're doing different things, but having the guys
Mhm.
around too.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it makes practice a little more intense because there's more people, we're more up tempo. I really like it, and my little brother's in the room with me this year too, so
Oh,
that's always
very
fun.
cool. That's neat.
Yeah,
That's cool. So, uh, s- since your little brother's in the room, who's the better wrestler?
definitely me. He admits it too, so it's okay if I say it.
It's all right to say. So he
Yeah.
knows he can't mess with his older sister.
Yeah. I remember one morning before church, this was a long time ago, we were scrapping around in the living room and I gave him a bloody nose, but mom was not too happy, but it was fun for us.
My older brother is one of the coaches at Western Iowa. I don't know if you knew that or not. Older one with red, kind of reddish hair now. It's mostly red and gray. But yeah, my mom used to yell at us, "I'm going to get a fly swatter," and she was always going to hit us with a fly swatter. She never actually did, but you know,
That's
we
good.
we always we did a lot of that scrapping. I think that's honestly, I think a lot of people learn wrestling in their living rooms, and
Yeah,
then
for sure.
and that's the first experience you get. I actually talked to a coach one time, older coach from I think Iowa City, and he said honestly everybody knows how to wrestle. I just have to tell them what's illegal, because everybody's
Yeah.
probably wrestled, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
What other sports have you done in the past?
I've done quite a few. I've done dance, gymnastics, soccer, volleyball, track, cross country. I don't know what else I'm forgetting here, but I think I covered them all.
You've done about everything, but you
Yeah.
have you have actually after last year you've dedicated everything to wrestling, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, one of those things in there that you said, I want to know thoughts on this gymnastics. I've seen so many people transition from gymnastics to wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of our warm up tends to involve some basic gymnastics, maybe not
Yeah,
everything that you know how to do. But do
yeah.
you think that gymnastics background really helped you?
I do for sure. I think it helped me build a lot of my like upper body strength too. Like even like the bars, like have to have a lot of strength for that, and like the flips and stuff. I remember like one day in eighth grade, I went to the high school practice and I was so nervous, but Vaughn used me as an example to show a front handspring, and I felt pretty good after that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it helps a
So
lot.
when you did gymnastics, so I also had 1 year of gymnastics and tap dance. So, you know, it was pretty impressive. I don't remember what year, like
Yeah.
probably fourth grade. But when you're talking about gymnastics and you said rings, were you training like the Olympic style gymnastics or tumbling or what style?
Yeah. It was like bars and beam and floor, all that good stuff. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so you were really
Yeah.
training away. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I bet and body awareness too, gymnastics and body awareness. So the reason I'm asking this and saying this is you know, you're a very good wrestler and you know, maybe people with youth wrestlers, they should almost consider a year or two or more years of gymnastics and or
Yeah.
tumbling just for
Mhm.
the body awareness alone.
For sure.
What are some of the other things you like to do outside of
Yeah.
wrestling?
I like to hunt and fish with my dad. I like to play piano, and I just like to hang out with my friends, do all that good stuff. So I I wouldn't call myself artistic. I mean, I like to do arts and crafts, but I'm not very good at them. Not very
Well,
creative.
do they make the refrigerator at home?
Yes, for sure. In my
Okay.
grandma's refrigerator for sure.
So
I took a sewing. Go ahead.
as long as you're good enough to make mom and grandma's refrigerator, that's all that really matters.
Exactly. Exactly. I took a sewing class this year and I sewed a lot of stuff for my family too. So that was fun.
Christmas presents all around, huh?
Oh yeah. I made my own stocking this year too, so that was
Oh,
fun.
wow. Very
Yeah.
cool. So hunting. Actually hunting and fishing. I'm the baby of the family. So I never really enjoyed them because when we would go hunting, and a lot of times it was pheasant and stuff like that. And I ended up being the dog a lot. So they would send me into the ditches to try to find these, you know, yeah, I had to be the bird dog. Or when we went fishing, they kept telling me that if I talk too much, it scares the fish away. So they didn't let me talk. So, and you might notice I like to talk to people. I like to talk. So those two things were never really my thing. But you said before we started this that you've gone elk hunting and you go deer hunting, and I've seen pictures of you, and so you must be a decent shot.
Yeah, I guess. I try my best.
Try your best. So what's fun? What is the most fun part about the hunting and the fishing?
I really like just like sitting out. It's like just so peaceful out there. You know, you're just kind of away from any distractions. It's just like nice to see like everything around you. It just makes you like go into a deeper realization like wow, like this is really peaceful, like so beautiful out here. So,
Yeah. Where's when you went elk hunting, where did you go?
we went up to Colorado. So, my
Up
dad
in the
has
mountains.
a friend up there that we go out with, so it's pretty fun.
Very cool. Awesome.
Mhm.
So we talked earlier also, and you are considering wrestling in college.
Yep.
And you've kind of started the recruiting process. You haven't really made that decision yet. But
Yeah.
what are some of the things that you've done uh, to go into finding the school you want to go to?
Yeah, it's just important to me to just like find a school that I really feel at home at. I mean, I've took a few visits in some colleges, so I'm just like it just feels too like schooly for me. Like it doesn't I just feel out of place. So that's one thing that's really important to me. And just like, you know, following colleges, like following their wrestling program, it's just like interesting to see all the girls there and like their team dynamic and all that. So
So here's something that you know I know that in the state of Iowa we have a lot. If you're staying in the state of Iowa, I'm not even asking you where you're going yet. So, um, staying in the state of Iowa, there is 20, is it 22 options between junior college, NAIA, Division 3, Division 2, and Division 1. So all kinds of options.
yeah.
Um, what are some of the things that you know what are you looking to go to an established program? This is kind of an interesting way to look at things. Do you want to go to an established program where you're going to walk in and you're going to have like some top-notch partners? You might not make the varsity lineup because of the level of that program. Are you looking to go to somewhere to help build and create that program?
I think it'd be really good for me to, like you said, like go to a top-notch program where I'd have good partners, like maybe not make the varsity lineup. I know that's how I'd get better, just wrestling better people. But also, it'd be so much fun to just help establish a team, like build that team for like it'd just be fun to wrestle and see where things go with that team. So
Yeah, so you're at this point in time, you are just like open to whatever feels right and feels at home.
yeah,
And
exactly.
honestly, I think that might be the best advice I've ever given anybody that ever asked me, "Hey, where should I go?" Well, I'd take a ton of visits because why not?
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then it's where you feel at home because it's going to be your home for 4 years or
exactly.
maybe longer. So you need to feel comfortable there. You need to coach if you're wrestling. You got to be real comfortable with the coaches. It's got to actually. I know a couple of girls, and you probably would know them too. I'm not going to embarrass them, but they went to college, and the college they went to wrestle, but the college they went to didn't even have the major they wanted. They somehow got recruited into this situation of that, oh, just come to this, do the wrestling part. So I'm sure you're doing a great job of researching and hopefully someday you'll share with me where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to switch up our interview just a little bit, and we're going to go kind of into maybe some fun things about you and things that you like to do and stuff. And first thing I always start with is we're wrestlers. We have to maintain weight. Maybe not as much weight cutting it used to be, but it's a weight management, and you don't get to do everything you want every time you want.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure food? What's something that you absolutely crave and really wish you could have?
I would have to say a Crunchwrap Supreme and a large Baja Blast freeze from Taco Bell. It's so good, and I can't bring myself to give it up. It's so good.
Well, that's,
Or McDonald's fries with ranch. That's always good too.
okay. Not bad things, not bad things. So on the weight management nutrition side, what are we having after weigh-ins before we wrestle?
My favorite thing to have is a rice cake with banana and honey. It's literally the thing that I have all the time. It's so good. It's my favorite thing to eat. And this might sound weird, but I like to have Jack Links. You gotta have Jack Links. Jack Links with
Yeah,
wheat thins. It's such a good food combo. Sounds
that
so weird, but so good.
that does sound
Or,
like it. That sounds like a really good combo.
yeah.
I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, or wheat thins with avocado. And also, Vaughn calls me so weird for this, and so does Danner. Like, I always walk around with a dragon fruit in my hand. Like, I'll always be eating a dragon fruit. They're so good. I love
I
them.
don't know if
So,
I've ever had dragon fruit. I might have to
yeah,
get
they're
some.
kind of a different fruit, but it's so good. And pomegranate seeds. Those are always super good too.
Where do you get the dragon fruit?
Just
Ivy?
from Walmart. They got them there. So,
Walmart.
hmm
Man, I missed that. I'm gonna have to check that out because I always try to
yeah,
go to Walmart because now I never go in the store anymore. I pick up my groceries. Makes it a lot
yeah,
easier.
yeah, for sure.
Um, there's a lot of good places to eat. And Carol, you've already said Crunch Wrap and things like that. But if you could go out for your favorite meal in the Carroll area, and there's a lot of options there because you could go to a lot of different little towns around Carroll, right?
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to go out to eat?
I would probably have to say Napoli's. It's a really good
Oh,
Italian
yeah.
restaurant. Or Rancho Grande and Jalisco's. They're Mexican restaurants. Those are always really good too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a big Rancho guy.
hmm
I could go with that. So that's
Yeah,
that's
so
that's a
good.
good choice. Bradas. You ever hit Bradas?
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
I think I've only been there a couple times, but man, it's always been good food.
Yeah.
So big match. If you could hit what big move would you just be an absolute dream to hit in a match sometime?
Oh, I would love to hit a surfboard. I think it would just be so funny, like so fun to hit. I mean, I've never tried it before just because it's kind of risky, but I think that'd be
Uh,
so much fun.
It's funny, Izzy. I mean, you're around when Izzy was still wrestling. Izzy used to hit that probably 2 or 3 times a year, and it was just
Yeah.
like, oh man,
Awesome.
Izzy, stop, because you can't. You're not hitting it on anybody that's really that good, right?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
so it's almost kind of embarrassing. But the new rules, you started wrestling when it was still back, 2 point takedown. Anytime you got near the edge of the mat, they were whistling the dead. Points came a little different then. How do you like the new rule set with 3 point takedown, four near fall? You can wrestle with a pinky toe in. How you
Yeah,
liking that?
I really like the new rules. I think that the 3 point takedown, I'm gonna miss hearing like the two from the crowd when they all
Uh-huh.
scream it. But I really like it because it's not like the same points as a reversal anymore. Like I hated how like if someone got a reversal on me, their reversal was as much as my takedown. Like I feel like I put so much more work into a takedown
Yeah.
than a reversal. And I really like the back points too, because I mean sometimes you can keep people on their backs for a while without them getting pinned. So it's good to have those extra points in there.
So where are you headed to regionals? I
We are
think I
headed to
looked it
Kuemper
up.
Catholic.
Colfax Mingo. That's a pretty good drive for you.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I used to go down to Colfax every year when they had the tournament right after Christmas, and then they changed their date on me. I did look up, I believe, right now. We're taking before Christmas rankings. There's two ranked wrestlers. You happen to be one of them in your weight class, so good opportunity to probably go there. But it's not an easy one. There's 24 ranked
Yeah.
wrestlers there. Eddyville is down
Yeah,
there,
they're a
and
good
who
team. Yeah.
there is somebody else that's there that I can't remember. Maybe do I still have it? I'll see if I still have it right up on my phone or not. There's some good teams down there, so that's
Yeah.
that's definitely a tough regional. Who was
Yeah.
it that I saw? Well, you guys are there. You guys have been a very solid team this year. Definitely
Yeah,
come
for
through.
sure. Hmm.
Sadel's always tough. I saw Wayne
Yeah.
this weekend. So yeah, there's some good turn. But that Eddyville, they're tough this year.
Yeah, they are very tough.
So, but it looks like you have a good opportunity to go to state. What is fun? Yeah, you've been down there a couple times, haven't you?
Just once.
Just once. Okay.
Yep.
Last year's your first time down?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Okay.
Yep. So 2 years
So
ago.
so what's so much what's fun about the girls state tournament?
I just love like the energy there. Like it's so much fun just like seeing how much it's grown from like me having to wrestle boys like and now like the state tournament it's huge. Like there's so many girls. It's so fun to watch and everybody's just so supportive there. So it's a lot of fun.
I like the big pink chair. That's always a favorite
Oh
spot
yeah,
of
for
mine.
sure.
Love that. I don't think I could sign my name on a bracket after a match. I
I would be
my
shaking so
hands,
bad.
yeah, my hands always were like really tight from like just wrist control and stuff. Like I'd be like,
Yeah. I know my hand would be cramping.
it would be horrible. Wouldn't be good. Just a couple questions left for you.
Okay.
In the past, maybe when you were in sixth grade, people probably still would have said the term "wrestle like a girl" is a derogatory term. Not saying it's a good thing. Now, what would you say? What would you say your definition of wrestling like a girl is?
I would just say going out there and just being like super determined and confident. Like being a girl in this sport, like a lot of people, like if you're wrestling, you're doing more than most. Like there's obviously there's a lot more girls, but I mean, you're doing great if you're already wrestling. So just go out there, be determined, be confident. It's used to not be a sport that girls would really do. So it's just so cool to be able to have this sanctioned as a sport this or my freshman year is awesome. So
Yeah. It actually, what you just said is something I talk about every year. Approximately, I'm between 5 and 10% of the population wrestled or has wrestled. So, and many people consider it the toughest sport, and
yeah.
I would say that's one of it. You're even if you just wrestle a little bit, you're putting yourself in a situation where it's you versus one other person. No other sport really does that, especially
Yeah.
high school sports. So
Yeah.
I like to tell people that even if we are really conservative and say if we say 5% of the population or 10, you're 90 or 95% better than everybody else in the world, and you're prepared
Yeah.
for a lot more stuff. So you are completely right.
Yeah.
If I threw you a test right now, one question test, fill in the blank. Wrestling has taught me to blank.
I would say wrestling has taught me to be tough. No, I saw this quote and it's like once you wrestled, everything else in life is a little bit easier. And I think
Yep.
that's so true. It's just you put yourself through a lot, especially during practices, during all of that work. And it's just like if you're doing something hard, you're like, it's fine, I can do this. Like I've been through a hard practice, like I've run stairs, I've wrestled, I've got hurt, all this stuff. So it's just really taught me to be tough and have a lot of a better mindset because you got to have a good mindset going out there. So it's just taught me to be a lot more confident and stronger than what I have been. So
So let's say you ran into somebody, maybe a middle school girl. It could even be, junior, senior. I've had juniors and seniors go out. Somebody on the fence of going out for wrestling. What is some advice that you would give them?
I would definitely tell them to give it a shot. It's such a fun sport. You find so many friends, you meet so many good people, you become more confident, you become more tough. And it's so nice just being able to say, yeah, like I wrestle. Like it's just so cool to be able to say that. So definitely give it a shot. Don't be scared. Obviously, it's not the easiest sport to do. It's a little nerve-wracking at times, but it's just so cool to be able to do.
Nice. How do you handle that? Everybody gets nervous, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
just part of it. I like to tell people that they're excited because it's the same emotion,
Yeah.
nerves and excitement are the same emotion. What's something that you do to kind of tone those nerves down a little bit?
Yeah, I have to shake out before all my matches. I walk around, I pace. I pray before every match. I just think it helps me to just calm down a little bit and just know that like I'm always where I need to be. Like if I win, if I lose, both matches taught me something, and I just find peace in knowing that. It's like if I lose, like I can grow off this. Even if I win, I can still grow off it. I've got better either way. So
No. So do you listen to music
I
prior to
don't.
wrestling? You don't?
I love music so much, but I think if I listen to it, it makes me in a different mood. Like it shifts my mood. So I'm like, I can't listen to this. Like I just try to lock in, not talk to anybody, and just pace back and forth and pray. So
That's all right. That's you
yeah,
found you found your thing. Well,
exactly.
I have gotten through my outline. I do want to tell you, I'm really happy I took the time to stop and talk to you the other night because any college that gets you is going to be, uh, it's going to be good for them because you have an electric personality. You're fun to be around, a person that you could build a program around. So I really appreciate you. Good luck the rest of this year. I really, really, really hope you have a great season. I hope I see you down. I hope I see you down in Coralville on that podium, and actually having to win a match this time to get on that
Yeah.
podium would be great. But I want to give you just a final thoughts opportunity. You can say anything you want, probably wrestling related because we're on a girls wrestling related podcast. But go ahead and you got whatever you want to say.
I just think I would want to talk about my team. My freshman year, I think we had like 5 girls out, and this year we have like, I think we have 12 or 13, and it's so cool to see the girls team grow and like all the girls on the team were all different people. Like we're in different grades, we do different stuff, but like during wrestling season, we're all so close. Like I think at our tournament, I'm gonna brag a little bit here.
Yeah, no,
On
that's
our
fine.
tournament at West Central Valley, our 3 people went up to our coaches and just said how amazing it is, like how supportive we are of each other, and like we got quite the crew. So it's just so nice to have those girls mat side supporting me and supporting each other, and I just can't wait to see. They're all good wrestlers, and I can't wait to see what they all accomplish these next couple years because it's really an amazing group and we're all just so close with each other, supporting each other. So it's really awesome.
That is awesome. I lied. I'm gonna give you one more question because
That's okay. That's
it
right.
just came up. The difference in the boys side of the sport and the girls side of the sport is probably what you just talked about, the support of each other and with other teams and other, the just the bonds and the relationship. What can you say that girls wrestling is going to give to you in that relationship? I mean, in the relationship end of it, what do you think that's going to do for you for the rest of your life?
I just think it's gonna make me a lot better, like of a supportive person. Like all the girls are just they teach you how to work with each other and work with others. Like they teach you how to be supportive, what to do. Like we're all just so kind to each other. Like it's such a great thing to see. Like um some teams you don't see that with, they just don't have the
Yeah.
chemistry, and I think it helps a lot just with even with practice too. Like practice is so much better with when you have good people surrounding you and good people supporting you the entire practice. During practice we're all yelling at each other like, yeah, you got it, like come on, keep going,
Uh-huh.
you can do it. It's just so nice to have that support. It's so nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you very, very much for doing this. I appreciate it and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.